Darklands have taken the Vale. The Darklands have taken the Vale. They are now just it's just the Trident versus the Reach, and the Reach is, like, way more powerful. It's also the Stormlands, but, again, they're not strong enough to take the Reach. The Reach is almost Free Lord Paramancy's sizes. It's ridiculous. Meanwhile, the Three Sisters is the most surprising of all of this, because they've taken, like, the Neck, and a bunch of the coastline, and some of the Vale. Not how I was expecting this to go. I mean, it's really cool that Osgrey's, like, in such a good position. I love Osgrey as a house. Darkland, too. I wasn't expecting House Cage in charge of Stormlands, but there we go. My goal, honestly, I kind of want to move around here and start attacking some of the Stepstones and Lease and stuff. Just start taking all of this stuff, because I have a bad feeling the Reach is definitely going to come for the Arbor, and they're definitely probably going to come for Fair Isle, but they can't attack me if I have stuff over here, then we still have, like, a foothold. Okay, lads, with the Fall of Lease, giving it to one of my sons, we will now basically attack the Stepstones, is the plan. And I'm going to attack multiple Stepstones, because they don't have that much in the way of strength. I don't want to have to go back and forth from the Iron Isles like 50,000 times, so I'm just going to attack loads of them. The Targaryen Queen is, like, here. Tell me, old Targaryen woman, so beautiful. If this works, I will laugh my ass off. Dennis marries the Targaryen girl, the wedding is over, and we will continue the conquest of the Stepstones, which is going swimmingly. There's literally nothing to stop us, it's just a mop-up operation, pretty much. Oh, for fuck's sake, you fucked up another goddamn bloody... Ah, for the love of God. This is twice now. You're not telling me 2 of my sons are gonna die because of botched fucking bullshit. Kill him. Kill them. And he died. But he had a son before he died. Son of a bitch. The second time now that one of my sons has died due to complications. I'm pretty sure the fucking maesters are behind this. This is some kind of, like, fucking... Yeah, this is some kind of conspiracy or something. Old, and we're showing off. And, he's banging his son's old missus. This guy has a thing for the Targaryen booty. You can never have too many Targaryen bitches. Just saying. It's perfectly normal. You can never have too many Targaryen bitches. Oh, she tried to kill my daughter. Okay. The Targaryens are crazy, dude. The last one was trying to kill me. This one's trying to kill my kids. But yeah. Basically, next order of business, we could go for Tarth, which, by the way, I'll introduce House Cage. I changed the banner of them because I realize House Cage is a bastard cadet branch of House Fowler. So I changed their sigil to a black hawk on a field of gold. But yeah, they're a bastard branch of a Dornish house, and they're in charge of the Stormlands, which is just hilarious. Also, I changed Darkland's banner to get rid of the red thing with the white shields, because that's like Darkland's original banner, and then they added the shields as they got loads of Kingsguard members, and that's what that represents. But since this is the Age of Heroes, that hasn't happened. So the Darkland banner is back to what it should be. Starks are still in the north, slowly taking over what remains of the territory they don't hold. Because I want my son Aegon the Iron Dragon to eventually, like, form his own cadet branch. Same thing with the Stepstones. So, even if Westeros unites under the Andals and they do, beat us or subjugate us, the rest of, like, Essos will break off from Westeros, and we'll still have a powerful Ironborn kingdom. I'm basically going to take all of Essos. I need power. I need the strength necessary to fight the Andals, and the only way I can get that, pretty much, is taking the free cities. I could take Dragonstone. I can actually attack Dragonstone. I actually have claim. But, I don't know, but at the same time, I'm kind of like, technically the Targaryens would have dragons, so it's kind of already unrealistic that I could raid them in the first place. It's very unrealistic that I could hope to attack them and take them all. Basically, just rinse and repeat. We're just taking all of these little shitty coastline regions. Oh yeah, I made Rhaegar dye just a little strand of his hair black. I assume people tease him. Oh, Rhaenys died. Son of a bitch. The disease is in this game. But yeah, I assume people tease the kid because he's about him being like a Valyrian rather than an Ironborn, so he just dyed a bit of his hair black to say fuck you. Just putting some backstory for the kid, pretty much. Gardeners are running a liberty war. The Ironwoods are doing an independence war, but it's not the Ironwoods. These guys now, Mantullen. Mantullen! Ah, the proud house of Mantullen. The stranger's gift guides us. Yes, yes, Mantullen. I remember Mantullen. Yeah, of course I do. You don't know Mantulin? How do you not know Mantulin? The greatest house in Westeros. Yeah. Yeah, the third thing is a Sunspear war for the desolation of the throne, led by House Dalt. I'm getting text a second I start recording things, I swear to fuck. I figure, why not attack the Reach now? It would be really good for us if the Reach collapsed in on itself. Because we could then swoop in easy pickings, lads. Easy pickings. I'll take the Shield Islands one by one, while the Reach is most likely busy fighting with the rest of this. They have actually lost the Independence War. And the other half is still rebelling. Oh, there's the Ironwoods. They just don't control actually Ironwood anymore. And hopefully, if the Desolation faction actually fucking works, and the Reach collapses on itself, it will be a field day. It'll be a bloodbath, a feast of crows, lads. Wait, what? Whoa. Yeah, he lost. What happened? He lost. He was captured in battle by the Dalt Girl. So the Desolation should have collapsed everything. Oh, it did. It did. It's the Kingdom of the Reach. It's no longer the Empire of the Reach. So it got rid of the Empire title, which then means that the Gardeners are independent of the rest of the Reach. Circumstances? Who murked my kid? Son of a bitch. This one's not as good as Daemon, though. Daemon was prettier looking. I feel like naming it Daemon again is in bad taste, so we'll go with Dennis. Dennis Drumm. Is fucking Starfall independent? I guess Dawn fractured, right? So Dawn is now just entirely separated from everything else. This would be the perfect time for House Cage to sweep in and just pick apart Dawn. Yeah. Now we'll end the war, lads. Now we will end the war. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. The Reach is in turmoil. They are currently getting the shit beaten out of them. And they're losing. So, I kind of want to invade a kingdom of the Westerlands and grab the whole western coast before the crown has a chance to fall apart and everything. Just while they're busy fighting, we go in and swoop in and beat the shit out of them, basically. Because the vibe I'm going to go for is we grab the western coastline and the rest of the territories we just abandon. And I go by the vibe of the Ironborn are strongest by the sea, but inland they're weak. Or weaker than the Andals. So basically we just take the coastal lines and we rule the seas and just harass the Andals for the rest of existence. I'm overwhelmed by stress. Oh, my sister died to some wounds. That sucks. Castamere Independence War. Am I still gonna get the West? Maybe, and then I'll have to go deal with the Castamere forces, I'm guessing. I know, I got it all. I don't even have to deal with Castamere's uprising. Now what I will essentially do is give all of the mainland stuff independence, and then just keep the western coast. I feel like we can control the coastline. That's where we're strongest. We can't necessarily control the inland territories. Slash, the Ironborn don't consider it worthwhile bothering with the Greenlanders, basically. So we just slaughter the people on the coast, make them bend the knee, force them into thraldom, and then the Greenlands can do whatever the hell they want. It's none of our business. We don't give a shit. And the rest of the Westerlands, which we haven't bothered trying to control. The big piece of news, however, is the fact that the Stormlands is getting its ass kicked by my uncles. My uncles are doing an invasion of the Stormlands. So that's a thing that's happened. I can't offer to help them or anything. Not that they really need it. They are kicking their ass. There you go. I'm slowly converting some of the Westerlands vassals, but it does look like my uncles are going to succeed in taking the Stormlands, because the Stormlords are just getting their asses kicked. But yeah, I've also moved my capital to Castle Rock, with the Lannisters in charge of Lannisport. Primarily, I did this because now my court looks really cool. And I have the throne. Gilded throne for House Lannister. Gives me 15 plus vassal opinion. And 12% monthly thing. And that's so good, I was like, yeah, we're moving our main capital to Castle Rock. Absolutely. So yeah, we now rule the seas from Castle Rock. Which makes perfect sense to me. It's along the coastline, and Lannisport is a massive dockyard where we can host the Iron Fleet. So that's perfect, I think. Yeah, my uncles are kicking ass, basically. Like, 88%. They don't even really need me to do anything. Pretty much, we took the Westerlands, and then my uncles were like, nah, we can't let our nephew have all the fun. We'll do the same thing that we did with the West, in that we'll only take the coastline, and we'll abandon the rest of it. purely from an RP standpoint, the Ironborn don't give a shit about the Greenlanders. They'll raid them and take their shit and then retreat back to the ocean. And just keep the coastline. And places like Storm's End and shit. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Stormlands. Basically just the coastline and then the Cape of Wrath, which we've kept control of. He has, which is under the control of my uncle, he has the Conningtons as his vassals. The Wessingtons, the Penrose, House Swan as well. The other ones are given to my cousins, my uncle's sons, one of my sons as well, given to half. Basically going with the thing again of, we take the coastline, and the rest of the lords resist us, and we just don't give a shit about them. Greenlander nonsense. My ultimate goal here is to have all of the coastline just line up really nicely. I don't know whether or not I'll take the coast of Dawn. I might just leave Dawn alone. Just so they have someone to fight the other Greenlanders. Also, Dawn's a desert, and I think the Ironborn don't particularly see much value in it. So, like, maybe we raid Sunspear, but that's about it. The Reach, however, we will definitely seize the rest of the western coastline. Going all the way around here, and taking Oldtown. And especially taking Oldtown, because Oldtown is definitely worth taking. Oh, wait, no. I have a literal claim on the Kingdom of Dragonstone, just me personally, because I am half Targaryen. Of course I am. I'm the rightful dragon. I am the Iron Dragon, damn you. And I will take it with fire and iron. Iron and blood. That's the thing. Iron and blood. I will take it with iron and blood. Seriously, I really despise the fact that I have to pay an exorbitant amount of gold every time I disembark troops. Especially as the Ironborn. It makes no sense. Canon-wise, and like RP, this makes no particular sense, because these Targaryens actually have dragons. Like, they have dragons. They have proper dragons. Or they should do. So they should just kick our ass. But, there we go. In the next update, by the time you've watched this, the mod should have probably updated, and they should actually have dragons. So, that's a thing. Oh, for fuck's sake, the Maesters have fucked me up again. How many Maesters have I executed because of their massive incompetence? I swear they're doing it on purpose to kill the Ironborn. They are literally doing it on purpose. I am now severely injured and have botched treatment. Because, once again, my Maesters have fucked me over. I swear that's like the 8th Maester that I've had executed. It's the Grand Maester fucking, conspiracy, lads. I'll keep the Targaryens around as, like, my official bannerman. Because there you go. I have Dany now betrothed to my son, Daeron. This is the 8th Maester that I've fucking executed. Because they fucked up the job. The game is really starting to chug, by the way. King of the Reach is chilling. The King of Highgarden's chilling. The Stormlands is fractured, and we have the coastline. I've kept the Targaryens as my, like, bannermen. On a really small, powerless little section. My wound is healing, though. Take that, game. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have skipped a little bit ahead, primarily because, one, there's not really much that interesting happening. We're steamrolling everybody. And two, the game is getting very, very unstable. I don't know what it is. I have barely any submods installed. The game just appears to get really, really, really laggy for me the longer we go through the game. So, yeah. It's dropping from, like... I don't know why. Because it's perfectly fine right now that I'm talking about it. But when I'm not looking, and you guys aren't looking, it's running at about 5. So, yeah. We have taken the lower coastline of the Reach, basically expanding my borders all the way along there. Which looks there, Lagsy. Yeah, which looks pretty cool, in my opinion. The Stormlands is secured, taking Dragonstone, lag. The Lease is really expanding other things. Oh, we have Cadet branches as well. Cadet branches have formed. Okram is from a bastard son that I apparently had. Really weirdly. My uncle and the Stepstones formed House Drumm, with the white hand on the field of black. Okram is the white hand on the field with the oaken leaves, because his mother was an Okard. And Lirim is obviously Lease, with the red. That's basically House Drumm's colors reversed. We're all pretty chill, to be fair. We are incredibly powerful. As with Crusader Kings, whenever I get strong, I'm basically untouchable. The North is still the Starks. The Trident is kicking ass. And has taken just loads. They are now more powerful than the Reach, since the Reach split in half. The Reach has done a Byzantium kind of vibe going on here, with the North and the South Reach. It's like the Eastern and the Western Roman Empires, with the Gardeners and the Osgreys at odds. while we just picking off the corpse. And Dawn is in control of the Ironwoods. And our next order of business, which I will show you, lads, before what I think... We'll skip ahead, like, 200 years or something, just to see what happens. Because I can't play at 5 frames a second, it's not going to happen. It's very, 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 very not fun for me. So, I'd much rather be doing something else. Also, the mod has been updated by now. By the time you're watching this, it'll definitely be updated. And the dragons will be out. So I want to play with dragons, because dragons are cool. No match for me, bitch! I killed Goldwyn. Alright, we will seize the high tower. Oh, Dennis. Yeah, slain in battle. Mother of Agor, yeah. I don't know what it is. It is just this mod, though. I've played other CK mods, and I have no problem with them, but it's just this mod. Later on in the years, the longer I play it, the more it's with frames. I got 64 gigabytes of RAM, motherfucker, and an SSD, and like, so singing all new, brand new singing and dancing SSD and everything. It should be perfectly fine. There's no reason. It's just, this mod has so much stuff in it that it's crazy. This is why I don't want to play 270 years by myself. I'll just stick it on observe and we'll see what happens. Is the fact that it takes so long when it runs at such low frame rate to actually get anything done. Oh, Hornbird, yep, you're trying to escape, buddy. Oh, that's close. It's because they're Andal Knights. They're actually pretty fucking strong compared to... You see what I mean about the walls being one-sided, though? Like, we're at the point in the game now where Crusader Kings becomes way too easy, and I'm just have no challenge at all. Do I have any children to give it away to? I don't think I do, actually. Daron might, though. Yeah, there you go. Aemon Drumm. We can give Oldtown to Aemon Drumm. And we've got little Aegon, who's betrothed to a Targaryen girl. Lag! Fucking hell! Lag. It's back to running at free frames now, lads. It's great. There you go. Now, my grandson, Aemond, is the Lord of Oldtown. So, what we'll do now, basically, because the game is running like an absolute bitch, and there's nothing I can do about it. It's not my computer, it's just the mod. It happens. It seems to do it no matter what I do. Even if I uninstall every submod, it just does it. When it gets to a certain point in the game, if I've been playing it long enough, for enough years, I can only assume it's like some kind of thing. I don't know, whatever the cause, I can't continue to play it for 170 years. So we'll skip ahead. I'm going to stick it on observe mode, and we'll let the AI do what the AI does best. Ruin everything that I have accomplished. But we will see what happens, lads, when the cold winds blow and the lone wolf dies. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are many years ahead in the reign of young Prince Daemon. Wait, why is he Prince and not King? He is for some reason Prince Daemon Drumm rather than King Daemon Drumm. Son Prince Daeron the Dragon took over, who died in his sleep. Prince Aegon the First, who died mysteriously, and then his son, his only son, died mysteriously, and then Rhaenyra took over. Yeah, Rhaenyra was Prince... I don't know why it's saying Prince. Rhaenyra was King Aegon's eldest daughter. And probably heir to the throne until the son came along. And then Rhaenyra had the boy killed so that she could be queen. And then after her came Prince Thorin, the Black, who died under mysterious circumstances, was killed by... Oh, one of the members of House Oak. I just wanted to see if Rhaenyra was responsible for that death, because she has... Okay, this is me editing the video in the future, lads. We're leaving the broken audio in, because that's how bad the frames get. That is how badly the game runs after a certain point, that it actually messes with the audio in my recordings. That's just how badly it is. I know there's like a version of the mod that's like downscaled or something. I'm gonna try that at some stage, because Jesus, this mod is unstable. No other mod gives me this problem. No other video game gives me this problem. It's purely a Game of Thrones CK3 that gives me these problems. The North is House Twilight Fort. Things are going down in the North because of... I have no idea, actually. Princess... Oh, yeah. Wait, he had a son, though. He had a son that was born. Oh. Look, lads. Look, equality. Equality was introduced into the North. And then immediately the game just makes it so some random nobody can inherit the entire North because equality was introduced. The succession laws were changed. And then the Starks lost power. Put a woman in charge! For the love of God. Okay, it's lagging so much that the game goes to like 1 frame and then the recording software just freaks out and stops recording. So I took the reach. I took the reach. I killed them. It was very quick, honestly. We did duel the King of the Reach though, so that kind of annoys me. Because, yeah, no, we killed King Roland in single combat on the field of battle, and then captured his son. So that's annoying, but again, the game is lagging so goddamn much that my recording software thinks the game has crashed. The Citadel writes us with urgent news. Winter is coming. Regrettably, we find ourselves unable to predict the duration of the season. An unprecedented anomaly in our records. We urge all to prepare for an immediate period of harsh cold, and to remain vigilant. Starks are back in charge of the North, by the way. They did like a faction demand install thingy. I write from Castle Black. Sent of utmost urgency. The wildlings, in unprecedented numbers, are fleeing southward, driven by the merciless rise of cold winds. The threat looms larger each day, and we find our ranks woefully undermanned to face what is coming. I implore you, for the safety of the realm, send more men to reinforce the wall. Stupid northern savages sending me fucking mail. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I have good news, and I have bad news. We'll start with the bad news. The bad news is the White Walkers are coming. They're not quite White Walkers, they're just dudes with leprosy. But still, they're White Walkers. It's the closest mod I could get that made it actually work. But we do have the White Walkers coming, lads. The Ironborn will not help. The Ironborn are not going to pay attention to the Starks if they show up and go, hey, the undead are coming. We're just gonna laugh at them, like, sure buddy, whatever you say. But no, we'll see what happens, and I will do it tomorrow because it is taking so long for the White Walkers to move that I just can't play the game. The game is unplayable, but I want to see the White Walkers, the Starks, and just take over the world. So the White Walkers are taking like forever, so I'm just watching them in observe mode, just seeing them fight the Starks and the North. They're just taking one country at a time every war, which is just, yeah. You can tell this mod is very, very bare bones. But I think the Starks are gonna win. Like, I think the Starks are gonna actually defeat the White Walkers. Like, if they lose, is that the White Walkers over? But they do have way less troops now. The Starks beat the crap out of them. So yeah, I'll marry my granddaughter to the King in the North, because King Daemon, who will go down in the history as the Dreamer, has dragon dreams and dreamt about the coming of the White Walkers. So when the Starks send the word, Daemon actually listens and agrees to send a raiding party up north to help against the threat of winter. I think the war's going to be over before we can actually catch any of these assholes, but still, we were here, we tried. A very anticlimactic. Yes, fight me, cowards. My grandson will march up into the lands of always winter. The War for the Dawn is done. Oh. Oh shit! The King of the North actually killed the White Walker. He killed him in single combat. And we will wrap up the story there, ladies and gentlemen, because the game is absolutely unplayable. I'm not exaggerating it. It is absolutely unplayable. Daemon goes down in history as the Dreamer, having sided with the Starks and married one of his granddaughters to the King of the North. He marched north and helped the Starks win the war. Probably taking more credit than he actually deserves because we didn't really help them. The Starks would have been fine without us. But hey, at least we united. Down the road, we'll probably conquer the Trident, and if the game ran well, I could probably, like, unify all of Westeros or something, but yeah, at 1 frame a second, unplayable. Absolutely unplayable. Torturous to even try to play. Absolutely just torturous. And we will end it here. I thank you all for watching. By the time we get to this, hopefully Dragons will be out, and we can go play that instead. I do have this and the Blackfire thing done, so we should have plenty of footage until the next update for the mod. And I will go do a bunch of other stuff, because I have a just unlimited list. I have such a long list of things that when I take things off the list, because I've completed them, more things get added onto the list. It just never ends. So, yeah, I'm going to go do the 1,000 other things I have to do, and I thank you guys for watching. Please click on the subscribe button and like the videos, blah, blah, blah. You know the drill by now. It's not like every other YouTuber tells you exactly the same damn thing at this stage. Regardless, thank you for watching. That is all for now. Soul out.
This war is far from